What's going on, guys? Northeast Ohio Farmer here. My name's Travis. Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time here, I want to encourage you to hit that subscribe button down at the bottom of this video in red letters that says subscribe. I want to encourage you to do that because that way you do not miss any videos of mine. And so that way you can be notified every time I upload a new video to the YouTube platform. The videos that you will see on this YouTube channel are of skid steers, farm equipment, tractors, trucks, and whatever else comes to my mind. I want to encourage you to don't just be a one-time visitor. I want to encourage you to return to the Northeast Ohio Farmer YouTube channel, because that is how you guys that are non-farmers will learn about agriculture and other various things that I bring to this YouTube platform. So why don't you guys go on ahead, watch a few videos. That's how, whenever I start out on, making or subscribing to a YouTube channel, I always go and I always watch a few videos, and that determines if I want to subscribe or not. So I hope you guys go on ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I hope it's a blessing. And I'll see you in the comments section. Take care, guys. We'll catch you later. I was watching Our Wyoming Farm Life, or Our, or however you pronounce it. I think I've said it right. Our Wyoming Farm Life yesterday on the YouTube. And he was talking about hydraulic oil and farm equipment, tractors, and things of that various nature, okay? I don't know the guy's name. I might throw a card up in this video if I can figure out how to do it, to his channel. Or if some of you guys watch my stuff on YouTube, you can throw a card into your YouTube videos to my channel, vice versa. Anyhow, he was talking about hydraulic oil and cold, and how he'd done a test where he had a quart jar that was filled halfway of hydraulic oil that was at room temperature, and then he had a quart that was not quite full, half full, of hydraulic oil that had sat outside for 15 minutes, and he went to pour the one out, the one that was sat out for 15 minutes, and it was just the consistency of maple syrup. I mean, it was just thick, cold hydraulic oil. And that is why we put equipment inside the shop on our farm, so that stuff don't end up like, hydraulic oil that is the consistency of molasses. Or I mean, syrup, that's what I'm trying to say, maple syrup. But it's a cold 9 degrees out, and I am thankful for a heated cab. I really am. I mean, you guys have witnessed me riding that four-wheeler for 2 years, And then I worked my way up to that John Deere 550 XUV. No, do I have a picture on this phone? Let me pull one up real quick. I mean, I rode that for 2 years straight, okay? And then, let's see here. I graduated to that, okay? Rode that for about, I think it was a year. We've been through a lot, from cleaning ditches to, well, then I got that Blazer. Okay, I got the Blazer. And then I got my 835M. Okay. Right there it is. 2019. John Deere 835M. Ran that for a couple years, and then I got, yeah, I know we got a lot of pictures. It was August. Must have been right after, nope, 22nd. There it is. This will be my last Gator, I think. John Deere 835R 2023, brand new, sitting at 313 hours. So this thing has just been a phenomenal machine. I haven't had to use the four-wheel drive as much, but it is handy if you guys are in the market for a UTV, for a John Deere. I highly recommend. I know it's going to cost some money. Maybe look for a used one, but this one kind of set me around $36,000. I know it's a big pill to swallow, but I was given the green light to go ahead and purchase it. So yeah, and I couldn't be any more happy with my decision. I got it street legal, 4 ways, turn signal, horn, backup alarm, 4 ways, added my own toolbox, AM FM radio, lights, front lights, cab lights, front rear cab lights, headlights. And these, I let my headlights on all the time. They're not on right now, but I use these as my low beams and these as my high beams because John Deere wants $500. And what is that? Oh, that's a sticker. Oops. Man, I was gonna keep that sticker too. Ah, well. But yeah, I can't be any more pleased with this machine than the 835R John Deere. I'm just, it's a blessing in disguise, if you guys know what I mean. Well, I see our Band-Aid is holding up. I am debating on whether to put 2 more bales of hay out, but I don't think so. I'm gonna have to look and see if I'm gonna have to bed everybody tomorrow. If I'm going to need to bed everybody tomorrow, I might as well just put the hay out then, rather than start the machine, put it away, and then have to start the machine again. It would just make more sense to go ahead and do all my work at one time. That way we can get it done and over with. And since we went ahead and used straw, because straw is a better insulator than corn fodder is, in my opinion, which, say what you want, I am right. Now we're gonna go down here and check his pump room again, because that is what you do when it gets below 30 degrees out. You come down here and check this pump room, and if you feel the heat pouring out, good. If you do not feel the heat pouring out, then you know what? You got a problem. It needs addressed. Either there is a light bulb that has gone out, or what? The minerals are all stocked up for the winter, and everything is good to go. Yeah, basically there's not a whole lot to do during the winter time. Mainly just, you know, keep up on this kind of stuff. I want to check that door while I'm over here, see if it's bowing out again or not, and it is not, so we're good. We are good. That's what I like to see. I like to see everything all nice and intact. So yeah, not like I said, there's not really a whole lot to do during the winter. There's just, you know, daily stuff, chores, keep up on the bedding and the hay and all that, and just doing odd jobs around the farm. I think what we're gonna do tomorrow is, well, if I get that cleaner that Mother's Back to Black stuff, if I could get some tonight, I might go ahead and try to clean them cab corners up so that I have something to do tomorrow. Or I might fill the wood box tomorrow, that big elevator thing that you guys have seen. Or we might just go on ahead and do both of them. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what happens when we burn that bridge or get to it. So like I said, I want to clean these cab corners up on a 7810 because, well, I know I've just beat it to death, but they need cleaned up, and they're gonna get cleaned up tomorrow. Or whenever I get that cleaner. We got a new light here for the corner over here because it is broken, and we can't have that. We can't have lights that are all broken on anything. It doesn't say a good reputation about the farm. You know, people look at our stuff and say, oh, well, his stuff looks like junk. They don't take care of it. It's got broken lights out and everything. Well, wintertime is when we take the time to go through and fix all the broken stuff so that it is ready for the following season, the following farming season, so that we can be a good testimony for bystanders and passerbys that say, hey, you know, they take really good care of their farm equipment. I wonder if his son, or if he has a YouTube channel. I'm gonna go check it out. I'm gonna type in, you know, John Deere 7810 and see what pops up, you know? And maybe if I like what I see on the YouTube platform, I'll subscribe to him. You know, that's why we need to be a good testimony in the farming industry, and a good testimony in the world too. So and that's why I want to clean these cab corners up with mothers back to black, is, again, people look at a tractor and they say, oh my goodness, you know, just looking at this state, oh my goodness, that thing sat outside. Just look at them cab corners, how faded they are. Well, and I'll agree that they are faded. And, you know, this tractor, just by looking at it, you can clearly see that it has sat outside its whole life. And that is quite depressing. When you buy a $78,000, $79,000, $80,000, $100,000, $200,000 tractor, and the previous owner just lets it all go to kaputs. That's why, you know, I'm taking the initiative to say, hey, I want to clean this cab up a little bit. I want to redo something about these cab corners, you know, and just kind of, I don't know if this is the right term, bring some life back into this thing. Just like this 1995 or 1994, I think, John Deere 7800. We just got done putting tires on it at $7,700 a pop for 4 tires. This tractor, just by looking at it, you can clearly see that we've taken really, really exceptionally good care of this tractor. This tractor has not had a paint job since we've owned it. This tractor, with the exception of setting on the grain cart and maybe a grain drill, has not sat outside its whole life like that 7810. And you can clearly see that just in the shininess of the hood. And yes, the cab, again, the cab corners, the plastic cab corners say a whole lot to a piece of equipment, a cabbed piece of equipment. It says, hey, you know, the previous owner has taken really good care of me, you know. And that's the way it's supposed to be for a, you know, $70,000 John Deere. 7810 is $78,000. So it pays to take care of stuff. I mean, yeah, you can see it's starting to fade here again, and down here at the kick plate, I think it's starting to go, but you know, it is still holding its value. Just, you got to take care of your stuff, and I'm not knocking people that don't. I'm just saying that stuff lasts a whole lot longer when you take care of it. And I can clearly, you know, tell that this tractor and that 7810 are holding their value, and that farmers need to hang on to these older tractors, because I've heard, and I don't know how true it is, that the newer John Deeres, farmers cannot work on them themselves. Actually, I know that it's true. I mean, that 6120, that John Deere 6120. Just like this Deere, for example, the 6120, this is a $69,000 tractor, 2015. And this tractor is a base model. It's a basic tractor. The E means economy version. You just get the bare bones. I was surprised when I jumped in the thing. The first night we got it, and it had an air ride seat because, well, the 6120Es that I've laid eyes on had a mechanical seat. Now, I don't know if somebody put the seat in afterwards or what happened, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not complaining about it. I'm just, you know, making a observation that, you know, that has an air ride seat in it. I'm not, you know, I mean, yeah, could, you know, something be done a little bit different with the hydraulics back here, you know, to where they don't leak all the time. I don't know enough about hydraulics, but I think something could be done. I will say though, you plug a remote into that like a 3-point or like a hydraulic blade, and as soon as you hit the remote, buddy, without even giving it any fuel or anything, that thing's already up in the air. I mean, you don't have to wait on it or nothing. But what I was getting at with this thing was that I think it was 3 years ago or so, we had to have Ag Pro come out and put a speed sensor in this tractor. Why? Because, you know, his little computer that he plugged into the, where the fuse thingy is, he plugged his computer in, and his computer told him what was wrong with the tractor. So that tells me that you have to have a computer to work on this stuff. And it's a crying shame that it's having to go that way, but it's the way of the world. Now, why can't things stay like this John Deere 4020? How, you know, you can still talk to that engine. You know, all it takes is just a little turn of the screw to turn the fuel pump up on it, put a nice chrome stack on it, and get rid of that muffler, and you got a screaming 4020 and put a M&W turbo on it, you'll be good to go. That 6120, there's no such thing as a fuel pump on that tractor. There's not. All you're doing is, you know, there's no, you know, there's no fuel. Or I mean, there's no actual linkage on this. You know, there's no actual linkage for the throttle. All that is on that 6120 is you're just controlling the foot throttle that controls the computer. You're not actually giving it fuel or taking fuel away. You're just controlling a computer. And you know, I'm not saying I don't like the tractor. I just wish that some things would be improved on it. Like, I was told that there is no block heater on this tractor, and it's a darn shame. But, you know, it is, after all, an economy tractor. You get bare bones. I mean, you're lucky to have halogen. You're lucky to have halogen front lights and cab lights. I mean, I'm sure in the M and the R's you get LEDs, but, you know, I guess they do put mirrors on these tractors, but, you know, it is what it is. I mean, yeah, we were kind of hoping that the quick attach was the New Holland style. That way, buckets could be interchanged from our skid loader and things like that, but it didn't work out that way. I'm not fussing or anything like that, just, again, making a statement. So we had to buy a bale spear, a loader bucket, and a set of pallet forks for this tractor. It is what it is. Again, this John Deere 7200, you can still talk to them. Just like that 3010. We just done the valves on this tractor, okay? We just done the valves on this tractor not too long ago. Actually, about a week ago, we did the valves. And there were a couple loose ones, I'll admit. There were a couple loose ones. oh yeah, the bolts were loose on the front of the pump that were making all that chattering. That's on the front of the engine for the hydraulic pump. Those bolts were loose, so we got them tightened up and got this thing back to the way it should be. So I'm not knocking, you know, these newer tractors or anything like that. I'm just saying, take care of what you have because it will last. And that is why I am taking the initiative this week to brighten these cab corners up a little bit, because again, I want our farm to be a testimony. I want our farm to, you know, glorify and honor Jesus Christ. He looks down and says, hey, you know, he's taking good care of what I've given him. I'll bless him abundantly further. And that is exactly what I want to do, is take care of this cab. And that's what's going to have to happen. So we'll catch you guys in our next video. You guys stay warm the rest of the day, and we will catch back up with you in the next video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button on your way out the door, or if you're coming on into the YouTube platform and you've happened to stumble across my video, feel free to hit that subscribe button either way. I'll catch you next time, guys. Thanks for watching.